70% store-wide with prices slashed on toilets, freestyle baths, tiles, tapware and more. Plus, our amazing spend and save offer is back. The more you spend, the more you save. In store at Dunlop Retail Park and Little Island Road, or online at deluxebathrooms.ie. Sale must end August 30th.
Paul Durham, Ireland's marketer of the year, the founder of Run with Foxes.com, and what AI marketing tools can offer your business.
So a lot of what Foxes do is help companies that increase in communication. So we build AI agents into their team, we build AI into their employees. There is this short opportunity right now. Teams that don't have any resources to eat, they empower them to provide information.
If you're looking to make advantage to
Association with Air. Experience Air Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi signal powered by Wi-Fi 7. Air. This is Virtuous Machine.
Well, if you want to win €311,000, you can use talk.com/cash machine bank text 57557. Then it costs you €2.50. You have to be over 18. You're buying across the online network. Stations, T's and C's are use talk.com. Every entry is by 3 p.m. on Friday, August 3rd. Sophie Becker will get her women's 400 metres campaign underway from 11 in Birmingham this morning. Anton Lauren Roy's heat in the 200 metres gets underway from 20 to 12. She'll be bidding to join Rashida Adeleke in the seeding semi-final. Adeleke has received a bye into those races. The 2022 bronze medalist Mark English will go in the semi-finals of the 800 metres from 12. And in the evening session, Nicola Tuthill is in the hammer throw final from 7:45. Last night, Sarah Healy was left to rue a fourth-placed finish in the women's 5,000 metres final. The Munster runner less than a third of a second off the medals in Birmingham, and she'll return to action with the 1,500 metres on Saturday. European Aquatics Championships. Yes, so first up, it's 19-year-old John Short who will be in the men's 200 metres backstroke final at 20-6 Irish time. He produced a stunning final 50 in the pool yesterday for his second-placed finish in his semi-final.
Just in Drogheda,
second fastest
for a spin around the town.
for the women's 100 metres breaststroke final. Angrid Evans of she'll take the gold. She earned a championship record yesterday, but a silver and the Irish record are both within McSharry's grasp tonight.
It's
And that's on the way just before
8:26 a.m.
a.m.
Very warm, but looks like it's going to start raining at yeah, just as I said. Danielle Hill will go for places in the women's 50 metres backstroke semi-finals. The 200 metres breaststroke heats include Jack Kelly, Owen Corby, and Ellen Walsh competes in the women's 400 metres individual medley and Reed.
I believe you have a welcome injury update on Connacht's rugby star Mac Hansen as well.
Yeah, Connacht head coach Stuart Lancaster has confirmed that the Ireland winger is back fit and could even feature in their pre-season games later this month. He only made 3 appearances the whole of last season, struggling with a foot injury from the Lions Tour of Australia last summer. He underwent surgery in January and has been recovering ever since. But speaking to Off the Ball Breakfast today, Lancaster says Hansen is ready to go for the upcoming season.
Yeah, no, he's fine. He obviously had a really frustrating period, but
Cloudy sky isn't looking promising for the eclipse later on today.
Have fun centre in Ireland, and he's come back, and I think it's really benefited him having a good pre-season. You know, it's like having a new player, even though he's been at Connacht a while, because we missed him pretty much all last season. And what's really struck me is his rugby X factor is very good, and obviously it's the first time I've really had a chance to coach him.
And that full piece will be available in the Off the Ball podcast feed later today.
And finally, do we know where former Liverpool boss Arne Slot could end up next?
Well, he's turned down the Dutch national job because club football just has too much to offer, Anton. He declined the chance to replace Ronald Koeman as the coach of his country. Liverpool back in May, and ex-Portugal manager Roberto Martinez is now reportedly in talks with the Dutch FA and is the leading candidate to take the job. He used to be manager of Belgium, so if he's a true completionist, the Luxembourg job.
So we go up around Millmount, I suppose. Have a look.
Thank you, Anton. There have been fresh attacks on shipping as hopes fade of a deal to end the war in Iran. US military targeted a cargo ship sailing into the Gulf of Oman, while 4 crew were killed when Yemeni rebels attacked a vessel at the entrance to the Red Sea. Temperatures could hit 30 degrees today. We're in for a spell of very warm weather with the status yellow high temperature alert now in place for Tipperary and all of Leinster. And the latest phrases kids are using are tripping parents up. Following hot on the heels of the 6-7 craze, corny on the bob, off the bob means acting differently based on who they're around. Dime means giving your dinner top marks. Mogging is someone who outshines others. And tub is a mixture of totally and dope, meaning amazing. News, talk, traffic and travel with thanks to the Dublin
30 degrees in Drogheda. Sounds disgusting.
To the M50 northbound. Traffic on Finglas Road inbound is slow between Seamus Ennis Road flyover and Wellmount Road junction, and in Cork traffic on the North City Link Road inbound solid between the Leitrim Street junction and the Keys. Now the weather with thanks to Blackrock Health. Showers easing, warm sunny spells developing, highest temperatures 23 to 30 degrees. That's it for now. More at night.
Thank you very much. Pakistan says the US and Iran could be close to agreement to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Meanwhile, the Americans say they're not satisfied with the Iranian position and want monies for the damage that Iran did to the compensation. So there's a lot of speculation as to whether or not this is yet another false dawn when it comes to reopening the Strait.
So Millmount is that building there. It's an old garrison kind of fortress.
Consensus that Iran is not going to do any deal until post the US midterms. Is that your view?
I can't even swing around.
Yeah, look, I think that's absolutely possible. I think if you look at the sort of last few months, you'd be a brave person to bet on a deal, wouldn't you? Full stop. I mean, we've seen sort of half deals, we've seen deals that have lasted for a few
That
weeks.
there.
We've seen a lot of rhetoric
Called
from both
Cup and
sides.
Saucer here to locals,
We've
but
seen hard evidence of either side being willing to make anything like the
massive
concessions that
massive
would be
part in
required
Ireland
to
and Drogheda's
get the
history.
deal. So, yes, I'd be very surprised if we saw a deal before the midterms that was substantive. You know, you might see sort of positive words or sort of these ideas framework deals that are you know, a few lines of text, but a proper deal, no, I think that's somewhere else.
And what do you see as the sticking point concessions on both sides?
Well, for Iran, what they've discovered through this war is that they have huge leverage by being able to shut the Strait of Hormuz, which of course 20% of the world's oil and liquid natural gas goes through. And they can hold, to a degree, the West economically hostage by closing that strait. That's an incredibly powerful cover. And there is no obvious way for the US to be able to open that. There's some huge danger. On the other side, the US probably wants Iran to get rid of its nuclear weapons. And Iran have almost have over the years been very, very, very reluctant.
There's an old
to do that. So,
famine graveyard
there are
up here.
sticking points in the
I
deal.
think I
There
might do
are
a
other
video
things
on
as
it
well.
someday,
America
just
would
to
love Iran to stop,
have a look around it. I've never actually been to it.
groups, in Lebanon, in Yemen.
It might be interesting.
It also would love Iran, for example, would love the US to release sanctions on it that have been crippling for 20 years. Release held for it. But probably refuse so extend the issues including the Strait of Hormuz and relative program.
Absolutely, as well, Iran, when it comes to the political situation in the US, they have to be making a bet that says that if the Democrats take power in the House through the midterms, there will be a whole new level of financial oversight on wars in general, and financial oversight on some other things like defense, and that may constrain the administration's capacity to wage
Central Bank of Ireland.
And our business editor Joe Lynham is with us. Joe, the gap in price between new houses and second-hand houses has shrunk recently.
Yeah, until recently, the premium between the typical cost of a newly built home and a second-hand house stood at more than 50%. But that has narrowed notably since then to 28% this year. According to houseprice.ie, the median price gap stood at €100,000. In Dublin, the gap was near €18,000 or 3.8%. EP from houseprice.ie joins us now. Good morning, Neil. So how did you calculate the median levels?
This isn't going to be the usual nearly hour-long live video. It'll be I'd say another 10-15 minutes maybe. Just going to tip across the town now and head home, I'd say.
Given the fact that the energy values are far superior in brand new homes than in older ones. So why? Is it the case that builders are basically earning less money for these new homes? Because obviously the second-hand is increasing their value notably.
If you look for a builder's perspective, they do have a lot more demand. That's that 5,000 limit because for a buyer, the savings of up to 30,000 if you can is a significant amount for any first-time buyer. So I'm sure it's a good consideration for any builder deciding where to invest.
Did you break it down into sales, median house price sales for apartments or houses?
So we weren't able to get the most recent data that we have from Property Corporation.
Okay. Thanks, Neil. That's Neil McGee there from houseprice.ie. Before I go, transit fees through the Panama Canal have reached record levels as falling water levels caused by the La Nina phenomenon are strictly
Thank you very much, our business editor there, Joe Lynham. It is 24 degrees today as well as there.
It's a taxi and drugs cars. We've been covering this a lot on our program. We found out yesterday evening that the HSE Drugs Group has decided to recommend that it not be funded now, causing absolute devastation amongst those who've been campaigning for it. Michael Barry's coming in from the National Centre of Pharmacoeconomics. We'll be speaking to him on the programme. Also, big game at Croke Park tonight, where it's a friendly between Man United and Leeds. But our contributor says it is going to be a big game because they hate each other.
Fair play though. Lots of people don't see that stop sign.
And it's also Croke Park.
Just go straight through.
And we're finding out why prisoners at a jail in the UK are getting a hamster to help tramp them down.
Well, single hamster.
Yeah.
They're going to share a hamster.
Share a hamster.
The entire prison's going to share a single hamster.
This is proven. I mean, I don't know. Some prisons have chickens.
Some cool murals about as well. That there, I don't know if you can see it on the screen.
Multiple chickens.
Listen,
How does an
pretty
entire
cool
jail
up there.
look after multiple hamsters?
I wouldn't thank them for 7 hamsters, to be honest with you. I'm not a fan.
Oh, there, hang on. You've already created enough problems with your hatred of cats. You can't include hamsters.
I just see them as being rodents.
Oh! Well, if you have a view, 53106 or
I saw a rodent on my holidays, by the way, I didn't. My daughter saw him and she said to me, and his tail was naked. So he was a
He guessed right in County Loud in Ireland.
Isn't the difference you put that in farm, something that was more of a very busy with singular prison hamster in a while. Before that, she was talking about the hatred between Manchester United and Leeds. We're going to pick up with that because one of the people who is going to be in attendance is the new British ambassador to Ireland, Cara Owen. Now, there was a time where the notion of Manchester United and Leeds playing in Croke Park with the British ambassador in attendance would have been laughed out of court as a complete impossibility. Ambassador, what does it say about the current relationship between us and ye?
Well, sport has always been one of the things that we really have in common, and it's extraordinary.
Dan's just waking up.
Of Irish people
20 to 9 now.
English Premier League clubs. Nearly everybody I meet has some allegiance.
Thing about Drogheda is people cross the road just whenever they feel like it, so yeah, you have to kind of have your wits about you driving across the street.
Official status in England, Scotland and Wales.
Not so bad at this time, but
Shown on the BBC.
around 1 o'clock it's funny.
And Her Late Majesty the Queen knew very much about the significance of GAA in Ireland when she went to visit Croke Park during her state visit. So I think we're in a really fantastic phase. Tonight is going to be absolutely brilliant. As it said on the package just before I go, these two teams are real rivals. The rivalry that showed something to do with Lancashire, Yorkshire, you know, and the rivalry that was on show, say at the end of the 90s. We're going to feel that passion in the stadium tonight.
Now, I realise the Foreign and Commonwealth Office puts a lot of effort into making sure that people like you have the capacity to be entirely diplomatic.
The Stun Stores was supposed to open back up again. I don't know what's happening. Hopefully it does. It's missed.
Now, I'm a Liverpool fan myself, and regardless of that, what I'm looking forward to is a fantastic game of football. We're only 9 days away from the opening of the Premier League season. Everybody's going to be wanting to put their best foot forward, showing their selectors, their managers, what they can do. I think it's going to be fantastic, and I think whoever wins tonight, football wins.
Now, while I'm on the topic of the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, obviously your predecessor went entirely native, abandoned his position. Well, not abandoned, but decided not to continue in the diplomatic service and took a job in Ireland. Were you given stern warnings not to like us too much?
That's a cabal. I like one of you at least very much, given that I'm married in. I know we have to So anyway, I'm hugely enjoying my job. There is so much to be done. You know, two countries that share a geography,
Lawrence Gate.
and peoples are totally intertwined. We've got really ambitious shared goals around things like energy and trade and economics, connecting up region to region, you know, Manchester to Galway, Manchester to Cork, Leeds to Dublin. So there's huge amounts to be done, and I'm really enjoying it.
Ambassador, thank you very much. That is Cara Owen, British Ambassador to Ireland. Coming up on News Talk Breakfast.
51% said their driving ability was affected by touchscreen controls.
So our car touch screens just too distracting.
Oh, look at this. It's a really bad place to be stopped. There's a
Wi-Fi with new Air Wi-Fi. Air for all. The Claire Burns Show.
going for it.
So I said, okay, I never brought them away again. went on our own. Well done, Liam. That's just some tough justice there.
The Claire Burns Show.
With Aviva Insurance.
Weekday mornings at 9 on News Talk. Conversation that counts.
You and your to-do list are in a midweek standoff. You want to play your
It's the way to Belfast, apparently.
Call Blades. Who sails to get expert staff and where do you find the time? With Link Finance, we made business loans so easy that now is a good time. Link Finance is helping 4,000 businesses across Ireland and offers unsecured business loans of up to €500 each. With credit just 24 hours. Find out more at linkfinance.com. Link Finance is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
Double the speed for the same price in the Virgin Media sale. Get 1 gig broadband for only €35 and superfast speed speeds for the same 500 meg price. Save double the speed and switch today at virginmedia.ie. Virgin Media. It's playtime.
Subject to location and availability. New customers only.
Okay, doesn't know how to use the roundabout, that's fine. Let's stop there.
See virginmedia.ie.
For the amount of roundabouts in this country, it's surprising the amount of people that have no idea how to actually use them. So for me growing up, this is where the town ended. This housing estate here on the left hand side was the very edge of the town. And in the last, I don't know, 5-6 years, the school, well no, maybe longer with the school, that school went up. All these housing estates up here, up and up, and they look like they're big housing estates as well. That house there was considered out in the country.
I just think we'll see more physical buttons. So basically what the Chinese are introducing from July of next year is that all newly manufactured cars in China will have to have physical controls for what they're defining as 19 core safety functions. Now these cover everything from indicators, hazards, gear selection. You'd imagine these things are physical buttons already. Wipers, emergency SOS calls. So that's what they're going to introduce. Why? Well, essentially what they're saying is similar to the kind of discussions we've had in Europe about the safety aspect of all of this and the usability. And they've said that the principle should be that a driver should be able to locate and use essential controls without navigating a screen or substantially diverting their eyes.
Hi,
from the
puppy.
road. And look, it's common sense. You shouldn't have to take your eyes off the road, to to do things like that. So it's just basically that, the old days when you get into a car, you could physically find, keep your eyes on the road, you could find the button for the climate control or something. As long back.
This is one of those improvements that made things worse, though, isn't it? It's largely, I think, driven by Tesla creating a fashion.
Yeah, I think Tesla got a lot of blame for this magic.
So I'd imagine all of these fields here are going to be houses now, probably in the next 5 or 6 years. And there's a link road now to bring you from the M1 straight to the port. So there should be a IDA park going in here somewhere as well.
Completely different things.
great to see all the new houses being built and all that. Jeez, they're not doing anything with the town at all. Like it's like the main street that we just drove across is all fucking nail bars and phone repair shops, barbers. Like they're, it's kind of.
It also makes parts of the car much cheaper and much easier to do when you have it all within a suite. So yeah, I mean it is going to cause huge problems, but I think this is going to happen very slowly because the thing is the Chinese will introduce that now, and obviously car makers who supply cars to China are not going to do separate cabins for Europe and China. So we'll see these changes coming into European cars.
I think they should have, for every X amount of houses they build, they have to put down a park or something like that just to provide something to do. It's just going to get it'll get very antisocial, I'd say, over the years.
A lot of texts asking things like, is having a mobile phone in one hand and the wheel in the other much safer than taking your eyes off the road? In other words, are the touch screens now as dangerous as messing with your phone?
Yeah, I mean, there should be more research on this, but there isn't. For years, there was research on the dangers of mobile phones and how physically holding a phone was a really, really bad idea because you were taking your eyes off the road. Much less research on touchscreens. It is something that is coming under scrutiny now, and there has been various studies. A Swedish car magazine did a study a few years ago, and they found that it's up to 4 times longer to change controls in a touchscreen car. Like, that's the worst of it. Than it did. I think they got a 20-year-old Volvo with physical buttons, and they found it was, much, much easier. So yeah, I think all of this is coming under scrutiny now, but as I said, it's very slow to change.
Text saying the less nonsense in a car means the less nonsense that can make cars simple again. Another go back to analog everything. I miss it. The analog is returning though to some of the mechanical parts of the car. So mandating that door handles will have to be mechanical.
Again, safety issues there. So that's coming in January 2027. There has been issues where these door handles have caused problems. So yeah, I mean it's coming down to safety. I mean I think like car manufacturers just got carried away. It could be done if milestone. The other thing as well, I mean Anton, for us here in Ireland, those touch screens are set up for left-hand drive cars. So they're set up to be operated with your right hand because predominantly people are right-handed. So using dominant hand, so that adds to the complexity for Irish drivers as well. So, we just get ignored in this whole discussion.
They also provide a challenge, which is that if you're dealing with the physical button, you have the capacity to rest your hand on the adjoining buttons to press it, whereas you've nowhere to rest the hand on the touchscreen without making it do something you don't want it to do.
Yeah, probably go as well, turn on the air conditioning or change your seat or something, position of your seat. Yeah, and I mean, it's just the layers of menus as well that you have to go through for some of the changes. And I've had cars recently where opening the glove box, now I know you're not going to be riding and opening the glove box, but you've had to wade through various different menus to actually get to the glove box or to change the mirrors. So I mean, it's just actually got silly at this stage.
Another text, all cars you can learn where buttons are through muscle memory and never take your eyes off the road. Not possible with a massive screen. Ger, thank you very much. That is Geraldine Herbert, who is motoring editor of the Sunday Independent. That's pretty much it for us this morning. If you missed, newstalk.com is where you can find it, or of course you can go on the Go Line app. We upload all of our items as podcasts. On the topic of cars, remember the late great Murray Walker, Formula One commentator. One of the things he did before he got into commentary was he was an advertising executive, and his 3 claims to fame. He did Mars, Work, Rest and Play. He did Go to Work on an Egg, and he did a campaign for hamster ownership in the UK, which went, an only hamster is a lonely hamster, and he doubled hamster sales. Well, little did he know that a solitary hamster is entirely happy if it's in prison. Claire Byrne is going to be analysing why prisons are being given hamsters. That and a whole lot more coming up in just a minute. We'll see you tomorrow at 7. Until then, bye-bye.
Market Watch on News Talk.
With Amundi, whatever your dreams for retirement are, now is the time to prepare. Investing involves the risk of capital loss. Amundi Ireland Limited is authorised and regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland.
In Dublin, the ASX is down 45 points at 14233, while in London, the FTSE's down 1 at 10842.
At Zurich, we don't just insure cars, we insure the epic road trips. Grocery runs.
Okay.
Don't forget the milk. We don't just insure homes, we insure dinner parties. And even the dishwasher disputes.
Who put the plates in like this?
For 75 years, Zurich has been protecting the moments that matter most. So whether you're at home or on the road, choose Zurich for Zurich.ie and protect your world today. Zurich Insurance Europe AG is authorised by the Federal Financial Supervisory Authority BaFin in Germany and is regulated by the Central Bank of Ireland for consumer protection rules.
Join AIR and get €50 credit on us, because this is Ireland's network with the broadband speeds we all deserve. Get AIR Fibre broadband today for just $34.99 a month for 12 months, plus get €50 bill credit. Join today in store or visit air.ie. AIR, for all. Subject to availability and location. 12-month contract. Full terms at air.ie/save.
Heading off on holiday? Don't forget to park to relax. Traveling for business? Well then just park to work. Flying for a city break? Simply park to explore. No matter where you're going, you'll find safe, secure shuttle parking just 6 minutes from the airport at Park2Travel. Head to park2travel.ie and use the code Park2Travel now to get 15% off. Then simply park to go. Park2travel.ie for when you need to park to, well, travel. Terms and conditions apply. Offer ends August 31st, 2026.
Suicide prevention is everyone's responsibility. This World Suicide Prevention Day, September 10th, your workplace can make a real difference. Join Cycle Against Suicide's Cycle of Hope Workplace Challenge and inspire your team to move together, talk together, and create hope together. Because one conversation...
Yeah, I think I'll leave it there. Thanks again everybody for liking and watching and interacting. We'll get some more interesting videos coming up, so